안녕하세요. 저는 Erwan입니다. Hi guys, Erwan Heussaff here. As you know, and as you probably can see, the Korean culture has completely taken over my life. My fiance is absolutely obsessed with K-drama. But the silver lining that I do see in this whole fiasco is that I am in love with Korean food. So we thought it would be really fun, because the Philippines has an amazing, bustling Korean food scene, to try to determine exactly which one is the best. So right now, we're off to sample Five Brave Souls. This is the best Korean restaurant in Metro Manila, brought to you by American Tourister. I have the hypnotic sound of a working kitchen right behind me, surrounded by tall and being dwarfed by buildings. We are in Ortigas. I was in the car for about an hour. I'm a little kind of fidgety. I don't like being in the car for an hour. You smell Korean food, you know you're in a good place. Yedang OG time. This is probably one of my favorite things when I am in a Korean restaurant is the banchan and the spread of appetizers you usually get depending on what you order. Things like kimchi, spinach, tofu, omelet, kanjeon, radish, kimchi, potatoes, crispy fish, miso, raw garlic that you eventually put in the grill. Yedang is really known for its grilled barbecue, and right now we're having some beef belly prepared. So for Korean restaurants, I'm looking for experience. I'm looking not to smell like this when I walk out, hopefully. And for me, the kimchi is really kind of like a stalwart in terms of telling which are the best Korean restaurants. I like this one because it has like a spiciness, but right underneath, but the brininess is on point. I am in no way a kimchi snob. Like, I usually like any type of kimchi, but I'll try to determine which is my favorite out of all the restaurants. I absolutely love bibimbap. That egg is just oozing. Nice hot stone, beautiful rice, perfectly cut vegetables. I mean, what is there not to like with this kind of food? Gochujang is like the nectar of the gods. Like, I can use gochujang on absolutely everything. Beef belly. Some people just dump it in the sauce directly, just like here. Some people put it in the lettuce sleeves. Really comes down to your preference. I just want to taste the beef by itself first. Nice and fatty, but not overwhelmingly so, which is a good thing. Spicy noodles is one of my favorite. A little bit of mustard. Actually, this is Anne's favorite. She loves this. Sorry, I get to have all the fun today. Vinegar. Mix all that together, and then use some scissors to just cut it up. Time to slurp. This is vegan, by the way. Just because, you know, I did a thing about veganism. That was really good. I thoroughly enjoyed that whole meal. I think it's a bad idea that we decided to do all these Korean restaurants in the same day. Like, I thought it was really cool at first, and I'm like, I don't know, because that's a lot of food. But I'm really excited. We're still in Ortigas. We're still stuck in traffic. Yep, that's still reality. We're heading to Masil. For me, it's a fairly new player. I never really heard about it. Like, Yedang is kind of like all over the place, but Masil, not a lot of people kind of talk about it. You don't really find much information about it online, but it seems to be really good. And when I did my research, people are really excited about it. So onwards. Well, we're not really moving, but onwards. Slightly different spread. For a lack of a better term, it looks happier. The colors are so vibrant. There's some different pickles on the table. We got some beets and pelaya, or some bitter melon and beans, and some soy. Everything just looks fresher, and I was a total idiot for thinking this was a newer place. It looks like it's been here for a while, and it looks like it's an institution because there's a lot of those signatures of people coming in. There's an ex-president in front of me over there. The uniforms are very nice, and the food looks delicious. So, all right, I'm really excited about this. I like the addition of options that we have here. I feel like we've been upgraded. So we have the sesame oil with the pepper. We have the shiso leaves and the green chilies right here with the lettuce. The perfect wrap for me. Shiso, lettuce, a little bit of the bean paste here, pork, kimchi. Wrap that up. Am I doing it right? That's correct. Okay. Next, we have some chopped chit, beautiful glass noodles, bunch of mixed vegetables, possibly vegan. Keep throwing it back to that. And the flavor is really nice. And finally, some of the soup. I'm a huge fan of any soup that kind of has that red chili kimchi style base. And yeah, that's delicious. It has all those kind of like very deep flavors that you expect from this kind of stew. I love the switching of the plates for the pork belly, the other pork cut, and then the chicken. Each time it will get a bit too dark, they would switch it. So it does give you some cleaner flavors, which is A-okay in my book. We can't do a show about Korean food without hitting what has kind of come up to being the new K-town of the Philippines, Poblacion, Makati, next to the red light district, or the red light district. And everyone's always kind of arguing about which one's the actual best one. But right now, off to the red light district we go, K-town. Minsok's always been kind of like home base for me simply because I hang around the red light district. That sounds really bad. I have a business in the red, that sounds even worse. I have a pop-up kitchen in the red light district. So I used to be here a lot, quite late at night, and Minsok is one of those places that's open. Well, most of the Korean restaurants around here open until 1 in the morning. Very simple, kind of straightforward offerings. Quick service. We literally ordered this 5 minutes ago and it's already out on the table. One thing I do actually love here that I don't order in many other places is the kimchi jjigae, which is basically like a kimchi hot spicy soup. It's really good. They're really kind of generous with their banchan here. Kimchi here is funkier, spicier, which I like a lot as well. So the setup is more simple, but I think it has a kind of very real, authentic feel to it that I appreciate. All right, let's try the meat. Get a little bit of this beef neck meat, tiny bit of my kimchi, mix that up, dump that in my sesame oil, pepper and salt in this one. The other one had some grated ginger, I believe. So all these little details make a huge difference when it comes to Korean food, and I like that every place has kind of like their own take on it. Super simple, but delicious. Highly recommend when you're in a Korean restaurant to always make sure to order things that you don't necessarily recognize. This is one of them. We saw the picture and I naturally gravitated towards it. Cold noodles, lots of vegetables, lots of spice. It looks delicious. No, that's good. It's sweet, spicy, everything you want, and I love the amount of veggies that are in there. And you know it's good when I'm literally sweating ready and it's not hot in here at all. Minsok gets points for flavor, like in your face flavor. So Joe's Snack Grill is one of those places that not many people usually know about simply because it's open till about 4 in the morning. Even if you have taken a bit too much alcohol or if you're completely sober, the food here is absolutely amazing. They are really known for all their barbecued meats, and their menu literally holds only 10 items. Today in front of us we have some grilled pork intestines. I know it sounds weird, but it's absolutely beautiful. And we've got some beautiful beef as well, which I'm gonna try right now. Put the beef in there. I'm gonna add in a little bit of my miso. And one of my favorite things here is they actually give you the fermented spring onions, which is so good. One more thing that's much different from all the other places is the confit garlic, which I absolutely love. Most of the other places kind of just put raw garlic, which can be quite pungent. Here, cooked with olive oil, absolutely delicious. I really love it. The other thing that's really good as well is that they give you like these little sweet potatoes, which we're then going to put in the same kind of grill as the pork. I think so far, if we're looking purely at the grill category, this is probably the strongest, simply because they really focus down on this. Pretty cool hole-in-the-wall setting and beautiful meat. Ooh, I like this. Reggae. I like this.
Reggae Korean.
Reggae.
It's reggae time. Got my cocoa bomb.
So I know you could say that there are tons of other places I could have tried in Poblacion, and yes, there are. If I had the chance to do all of them in one night, I would go to Top Dish, I would go to Jumong, that's right behind me. But I think that we should go for kind of like one of the original settlers in this area, and that is Korea Garden, and that's where we're heading right now. I'm gonna go ahead and say it right before you even trying anything. This is the Tita's Korean restaurant in Manila, the Konyo Korean restaurant in Manila. The aircon is at a perfect ambient, 21 degrees Celsius. The service is impeccable. There's no smoke because all the cooking happens in the kitchen, but it is said to have a very legit menu, a very legit looking manager, and some great looking food. So let's go ahead and dig in. Spinach is pretty awesome. Bean sprouts, pretty awesome. Kimchi's pretty good, but I'm still gonna stick to my minsok kimchi revelation. I heard that this kimchi rice is the bomb diggity. Split the egg, mix everything in. That's good. I can see that. Time for the meats. I'm so stuffed at this point that I can literally just fit this in my mouth. It's tender, it's braised, nice and sweet, pretty good. Since we were trying a bunch of grilled meats back in the other restaurants, we'll try a bit of this. Solid flavor as well. Now the chicken. I get why people go here. It's like a proper restaurant experience. And by now, I feel like I smell more like a Korean restaurant than this, just because we've been in places where the smoke just kind of goes all over the place, but the food's solid, the experience is comfortable, and it's quite good. So who's the winner? Wouldn't you like to know? I'm not gonna tell you. I'm kidding, I'll tell you in a bit. I always put myself in situations where it's really tough to determine which is the best restaurant. It really comes down to the nitty-gritty of things. All of them were absolutely delicious, but I thought I'd put them in categories to try to help you kind of decide which one you should try first. The best overwhelming experience, from the service to how I felt, to the natural light, to the beautiful smell of kimchi, and to the wonderful barbecue in front of me, was Masil in Pasig. It was absolutely delicious. I would definitely go back there again every Sunday if I could. It is just so good. But not everyone's a loser, everyone's a winner in this show. So I wanted to kind of put the others in categories. We have the best Tita Konyo Korean restaurant in Manila, and that is Korea Garden. It was cold, it was nice and comfortable, nothing's cooked in front of you. You smell like perfume coming in, you smell like perfume coming out. And then finally, probably the one with the tastiest food was Joe's Snack. Very simplified, very small choices, but everything was made absolutely beautifully. And I loved that they had that spring onion kimchi and that fried garlic right at the end. Those little touches really make it such a delicious restaurant. And finally, last but not least, we have minsok with special mentions for the best kimchi that we had so far, simply because it was so pungent and funky. And when I look at kimchi and you tell me it's fermented cabbage, I need it to be funky. But I do recommend all of you to try all of them. And if you can, please let us know which ones you think we should try next, if we should do a part 2 of this video. And as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and I'll see you guys very soon. I don't know how to say bye in Korean. 감사합니다. Do they bow? I don't know. Oh yeah, oops. Love, love, love.